everybody. I figured why not start in the old 83 going down a highway, pulling this new project home. Yeah, I thought I'd give you a little bit of in-depth on how the towing something that's heavy down the highway is in the old 83. Fuel mileage, that's something you don't get. Get none. Yeah, just nothing. Getting about 8.1 mile a gallon right now. Pulling empty, I was getting 14, which wasn't bad. And if you want to pull any hill, 4,500 RPM. Yeah, you do anything, pull anything, any grade, it's 4,500 RPM. I've got the cruise set right now, so the cruise is kind of very, 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 very overactive. And yeah, so it's very common to downshift way too much. It loves second gear. But other than that, this thing pulls like a beast. I love it. It's very nice. It actually rides pretty good. You put a load on the back of it, it rides pretty good for a SquareBody. But yeah, I will probably I gotta get gas because you don't get gas mileage. So it don't take long to burn through 20 gallons. Got about a half a tank of gas. I'll probably burn another quarter. We're gonna downshift again. Oh yeah, listen to that thing. Woo! Yeah, normally I don't run with a cruise on, but up hills and stuff, just on the flats, but you know, that's a pretty good size hill anyways. But yeah, I will, like I said, stop at the gas station and give you a little once over. Then we'll get back to the shop or someplace a little more private than the gas station and do a little bit more in-depth tour of this new project. So yeah, see you in 1 second. Well, here we are at the usual location. That's what we're hauling. So yeah, it'll be kind of different, but yeah, gas is currently, I don't know if you've seen that. So yep, we're about 3/4 of a tank done full, so yeah, about 5 gallons. So not doing too horrible, but yeah, we'll cut you guys back on tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. So I immediately started working on this thing and hooked the battery up and had no power. So I checked the wires up at the fuse block, had no power on one leg, had power on the other leg. So I spliced a little hole in the wire and got power to it. Still nothing. No starting, no nothing. Radio and stuff, headlight stuff worked like that worked. Let's say they put a new starter on. I crawled down here. Here's the main battery cable. It was just hanging out. The main fusible link was right here. They just cut it off. So I reattached it and we're gonna hook it up with this temporary setup. We'll put that back up and see if we get any farther. So yeah, 1 second. Alright guys, you've seen her in the video. Here it is. It's been actually a couple months. She's been sitting kind of on the back burner. But here's the 88 GMC Suburban. It's a classic Suburban with a 350 TBI injected engine. It runs very poorly. The TBI injection unit's been replaced. I actually put a fuel pump in it and rigged it with a gas can in the back and some lines. But I'm gonna see if this engine's salvageable. I got this Demon carb. It's a little dirty, but it should do all right. I got an L-Brock intake too, and stuff, and a regular HEI distributor. I'm gonna go ahead and swap that out and onto this bad boy, and just to see, because this thing smokes really bad, but it's white smoke. I'm also gonna pull the plugs too and see if they're rusty. Try to track down possibly a head gasket leak. Maybe, I don't know, or it's maybe a coolant passage leak. Not sure. But we'll see. Could be that the whole time. It just could be a bad head gasket too, but the oil's fine, so it's not going into any of the oil passages. But yeah, it's pretty fancy. It's a high top Suburban. Kind of neat on the inside. It's got this weird material on all the door panels, and it's got some, you know, lovely wood grain. But yeah, it's done that. And it's got all up in here, got a nice little door up there with stuff in it. But yeah, it's got all this stuff along the sides. It's kind of neat. 2 little windows up there. It's got 2 lights up there. It's got 4 lights back here, and then them strips across are actually LEDs as well. And then they're not LEDs, they're light bulbs. They're not LEDs. Eventually I might convert them to LEDs. And there's lights that run down underneath there as well. It used to have a back seat. I don't know where it gone to, or 3rd row, I don't know where it went. It did not come with the truck. It's got a 6-disc CD changer, an older CB. Yeah, she's basically right out of the 80s. Actually, she's more out of the 90s. Let me go ahead and open this door. It's a full power package truck. As you can see, she's normal door panels underneath that stuff. The steering wheel's bent, so I got another one I'll throw on it later on. These seats are incredibly comfortable. As you guys can see, all this stuff everywhere. The center console pretty much just obliterated. Here's this. I had this thing too. It's got a coaxial and a light port, which a lot of that stuff will be pulled off or removed. I ended up redoing this. This has got front, rear, valance, overhead. Yeah, so a lot of the wiring's actually been chewed on by mice. It's all conveniently the same color too. So whoever did this conversion apparently just spent a lot of dollars on just yellow wire, I guess. So, but yeah, they hacked the dash out to put this. Not even real sure who makes it. Rampage disc, a cassette player there, and then we have a 6-disc CD changer, which does not work. So I'll probably end up pulling that off. Yeah, she leaks a little bit. Scratched that a lot of bit. She got custom wrapped. Just a lot of custom stuff in here, actually. It's kind of neat. Not really my taste with the wood grain, but you know, whatever. I started pulling the TBI off to do the carburetor swap. She got 110,000 on her. The speedometer still works, so I'm gonna guess it's 110,000. But yeah, she's kind of neat. She's got 373 gears. She's a half ton. She's a quad shock front shocks. She reeks of old gas. Actually, in the back there, you can see my fuel tank. That's the sending unit. The fuel, this thing had to have set for umpteen years. So, yeah, but trying to possibly get this good for maybe a winter vehicle, winter beater. I don't really want to. I'd like to fix it, but she's kind of crusty. She's lower rockers. Back doors are getting pretty cancerous. Front fenders on the bottom there. Lower quarters, but the cab supports, the floor, and everything's pretty much solid. So the good parts of the truck are solid. And she's got some properly dry rotted Nitto Trail Gravelers on her. 33 12.5 15s on some old Ultra or American Racing wheels. They look pretty nice. So yeah, it'll be kind of neat. I'm just kind of wanting to see if I can't get this engine running and save it possibly. And if I don't, I'll just put a 5.3 4L60 MP241 setup that I actually was going to go in my K5. I'll just put it down in this. And yeah, pretty much make this truck run and drive and have another Square. Don't know if I'm going to keep it long term or swap it and sell it, or just get it running and sell it. or just drive it for a bit. So not real sure, but I'll catch you guys back on tomorrow when I pull this a little bit more of this engine out, when I pull some plugs, and we'll take a look at them. Catch you guys in a second. Okay, plans have changed a little bit drastically here. I got the intake manifold pulled off this truck. Not horrible, got a little antifreeze down in the engine, not bad, not bad. But if you look right there, there's no push rod. That's because the push rod is right here. It's broken. And the lifter will not come out the lifter bore. So my guess, that lifter's probably toast. And my guess, the cam lobe on that spot is probably toast. What does that mean? Well, that means we're gonna be pulling this engine, transmission, transfer case out of this truck. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it with a 5.3. Yep, it's gonna be the easiest. So I think how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna pull the hood, probably not tonight. I'm gonna get a bunch of loose ends and stuff. When I get some help, I'll pull the hood. I'm gonna probably pull the radiator. Actually, I'm gonna pull the grill, and then that'll give me access to the bolts, and I'll just probably use my cherry pick, a couple of straps, pick the whole front clip up off this truck and bring it off the truck. After I take the hood off, bring the whole front clip off the truck, set it out of the way, go ahead and pull the engine, transmission, transfer case out one power swoop. It's not real hard to do. I think I'm going to use this 5.3 that was out of that 05. I already have a transmission, a 460. I know that's good with a transfer case on behind it, so this one will be converted to two-wheel drive. I do have a shallower oil pan. We'll probably run it on this motor just for the fact that I have it. It's an inexpensive eBay pan, so we'll end up running it probably. I'll go ahead and put it on this motor just because it'll make fitting a 5.3 in that truck easier, just because I know from experience from doing my 83 and that 80 that the truck pans will fit with a little spacing. I'm gonna try using my OBS sliders. I think they're very close to what's in my 83 actually. I have these. I'm not sure. I think these are a little shorter, so I may end up having to space them anyways. But I'm gonna try to use the OBS sliders. We'll see. We'll see how it works. But yeah, to me, this engine's probably a good core to rebuild, but I'm not going to rebuild it and put it back in this truck. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a 5.3 460 MP241 in it, and have a nice little LS swapped pickup. Oh, Suburban. High top Suburban. But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo some wiring. Just kind of get everything put back, or get everything ready to pull out the front clip. So like undo power steering lines, undo electrical headlight connections and the fuse panel. Just odds hoses. Unhook the AC lines. There ain't nothing in it, so that won't be hard to do. I think I'm gonna try to leave the radiator in here. I'm gonna pull the fan off, so possibly I can leave the fan shroud and everything. So then when I put it back together, I'll have to just literally set it down, wire the 5.3 into the truck, and we're figure out a temporary fuel situation until I get a new tank and pump, and sending unit. We're gonna try to do it fast. The Trans Am really doesn't have to be out of here this winter, so it's probably gonna be the winter project, even though I have a whole bunch of parts for it. This kind of is dead in front of my door, so I'm gonna try to do it quickly and get it out of here, because I have possibly another LS swap after this one I want to do. Well, obviously I want to do the LS swap I'm at, but that actually will fit in here, so I can do work on it this winter along with the Trans Am. So I was going to use that engine out of that 05 in the 92, but I have the engine that I tore apart, and it has the Brian Tooley Racing Stage 2 truck cam in it that I was building for my 85 K5 that I sold. I'm going to finish that motor up, I think, and put it in the 92 short box. So that'll be a pretty nice little build. I think that should make that little truck run pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and tackle a little more on this. I think I'm going to call it a video. It's kind of disappointing. It's going to start raining here for too long, so I'm probably not going to do a lot tonight, but I'm going to try to get a bunch of stuff unhooked so it can at least get ready to pull the front clip and pull this motor. The front clip off, I could clean up the firewall. I probably won't. I'm not real concerned about that. I do realize my inner fenders are pretty rusty and my fenders are pretty rusty. Core support looks to be in okay shape, so you know, we'll see. Anyways, stay tuned for more videos. We're gonna try to jump through this one pretty quick. As you guys can see, it's going to start raining here right directly, so, and this thing's kind of a big pooch to push in the doorway. I need to get a hook in the front of my garage on one of the beams or something, or drill a hole in the concrete and put me a plate in there so I can pull vehicles in. But yeah, anyways guys, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Look forward for some more updates on this. Hopefully this will move pretty quick. So, all right.